Hello friends, it's me again, ready and set with words to dispense. For a couple of minutes and a few seconds you can hear today's events. Today, deep clean, or as deep as I could get. I worked out at the gym. Yeah, that wasn't no stress, but trust me when I say cleaning can make you work up a sweat, bro. I didn't really realize, I've always realized every time I clean, I always realize this. The importance, like the effort that my mom put in, that I actually appreciate it too. Now, more than I'm an adult, is that all the effort that my mom put into like making sure, I was in a clean environment, that you're growing up in the best possible dwelling or fucking surroundings that you have to grow up in so you can be the best person you can possibly. So, shout out to mom. Thank you, you know. But yeah, bro, like you don't know how good you got it until it's gone. You don't know what you got till it's gone. And that's facts, right? Like just thinking about those days where you just wake up in the morning, fucking, your clothes are already right there. What's that smell? You smell something downstairs. You run down. Oh, there's food ready for you at the table. You know, everything's all in order. You don't really have to do shit, bro. You know. That's not back to reality, bro. That's all done with. We're adults now. Mature, bro. We're big boys, okay? Welcome to the major leagues, kid, bro. But yeah, just thinking about that type of stuff, you really appreciate it, man. I don't think you've matured until you realize the actual importance of actually having like a clean environment, And until you actually out here cleaning and shit, I don't really consider you that mature, Pretty much, yeah, man, like thinking about like those days, like when everything is in order, everything is just streamlined and more quick, and that's like probably one of the biggest benefits of cleaning is you don't really worry about shit. You're not that nagging sensation in the back of your head where like, where's that paper at again? Or, oh, like, fuck, man, where'd my keys go? And you're just scrambling everywhere looking for them. But if you're living a clean lifestyle, you might have that stress every once in a while, but you're not going to be experiencing that as much. Well, there are people who are like, organized mess. Like my bro's like that, but there's still moments where you still like, you're bogging down your own time just looking for shit. You get what I'm saying? So if you're trying to live an efficient life, cleaning is probably, or just living in a clean environment. I'm not telling you to just you have to clean. If you can hire a cleaner to save time on that, by all means, do what you have to do. I'm just making the case here for cleaning, So it saves you a lot of time, right? On top of that, you're in a nice, clean, and comfortable environment. You're comfortable, You don't have to worry about, it kind of feels weird. You know exactly where to chill for it to be comfortable. You have the blankets in the right places, pillows set up, and all that shit. It's not just scattered throughout the whole room. I understand too. You can be comfortable in a mess, but trust me when I say, like, you can get more comfortable. You can get more comfortable. Especially if you're comfortable in a mess. There's more comfort. Beyond that. So there's. On top of that, you're clean, comfortable, shit smelling nice, the air in the house is like always fresh. That type of sensation, it's like, it's changes up your headspace. It puts you in a positive mind space. So cleaning also gives you comfort and serenity, On top of that, if you're the one who's doing the cleaning, right? If you're the one who's actually going out there and cleaning your own house and doing all that shit, it does release dopamine. So you can't argue against that. Cleaning does release dopamine, You're completing a task. Your brain is releasing these chemicals trying to make you like, oh, just keep doing this, keep doing this. Obviously, it's a good thing, So there is like some neuroscience behind this shit, So I guess I'm not a professional, only take my word for it. On top of all that, your health, bro, so you won't be stepping on some weird shit here and there and fucking getting like you won't, if like, let's say an accident happens, where to get the band-aids, where the Advil and shit is whenever you have a headache. It's overall better for your health, especially when it comes to like smelling bad air and shit like that. If you always have shit cleaned off, if you have guests coming over who are sick, if you're living in a dirty environment, you're gonna be spreading that sickness, They're gonna sneeze, you won't know where the fuck these fucking things are, these germs are, so it probably would make it harder for you to keep track of it. But like, health wise, there's probably a minor benefit when it comes to health and shit. And then on top of all of that, there's no real downsides. Like, come up with a downside. Like, besides, like, maybe you're using up a little bit of your time or money or whatever. Like, really, what downsides are there to have living in a clean house? Like, there's nothing. You know, I can mention downsides to living in a messy house, but I can't mention downsides to living in a clean environment. Okay, so like, let's say cleaning is hard for you, right? I have a couple of tips here that I'll share with you. Okay, I'll share just for you guys, just for you guys. Okay, first tip. Okay, start small. You know, always start small. If it's you don't want the task to become too daunting for you. You don't want it to become like a fucking mountain you gotta climb. You know, so just start small. You know, if you're just like, if your desk is dirty, just organize that. You know, if your like TV stand is all messy, just organize that shit. Right? I know the background's looking a little nicer today. Everything's a little more organized. I hope you guys can tell, right? But you have to live a more you know, like, you gotta start small. You don't have to go balls to the wall like right off the bat, you know? Just start small, right? Clean your room, then clean your bathroom. Those are the two most intimate places for you. Just start from there and then work your way out, you know? Just work your way out from there. Right? I get it too. On top of that, your living room too is probably an area you chill. Just don't clean the whole living room if that's too much for you. Just clean a certain portion of it, you know? And then just work your way to cleaning up the whole thing as time goes by, all right? Another thing is clean as you go. So just be cleaning. Just try and organize things throughout the day, you know? Keep things in order. Like, you know, organize things. Like, okay, you know, like, we'll pull this over, make it like this, you know? Like, just keep things. I learned this lesson from working in the kitchen, right? So you're working in the kitchen, you got to keep, if you're not doing anything, if there's no food to cook, you just got to clean. You know, you got to keep shit organized. You got to replace water here and there. You got to do things, right? So just clean as you go, right? Just get shit done, like, just small things, just as you go throughout the day, you know? On top of that, I would probably say, like, the most easiest tip, I would say, is just to clean either before you go to bed or clean right after you wake up. If either way, it is perfect. So if you clean before bed, the benefits of that is you just wake up, everything is just you don't have, there's nothing in the back of your head when you're about to go to sleep that's holding you back from going to sleep, unless you have like real worries like that and shit. I've been there, bro. But if you but cleanliness wise, you're not worried about like, fuck, my room is nasty and shit, you know? And when you wake up to a nice clean environment, you know? It's comfortable, you know? Like that very first point I was saying. It's a nice, comfortable environment. So just clean. You can either clean right before you go to bed and then wake up to a clean world, or you can clean right after you wake up. So when you wake up, the very first thing you do in the day, if you clean, you're starting off completing one task already. Your brain's releasing dopamine right then and there. You're already starting the day on the up and up, right? So that's a benefit to cleaning in the morning. Usually, I try my best to keep things as clean as possible, right? Honestly, I would say those are like probably my 3 strongest tips. I would say if you're trying to like live a more cleaner environment. Hey, I'm not trying to force nobody to do whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Okay, I'm not no professional, whatever. But I'm just making the case for cleaning, you know. So I guess it was not really that eventful of a day, but you know, everything's looking nice, you know, feeling all right. And I'll probably catch you guys later, yeah? Later, Vaders.